hungers. What is it now? Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. What is it now? Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. What is it now? Tread lightly. Finally. Your pain shall be legendary. Now, Frosthorn. This is more like it. Now, Frosthorn. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers.
Greetings, friend.
What is it now? Speak, fool. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it.
Our forces are under attack.
Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Tread lightly. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. Finally. Now,
First blood.
This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostborn
Our
hungers.
forces are under attack.
Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostborn. Tread lightly. Faithless coward. This is more like it.
Glory to the scourge.
Frostborn hungers.
Our
No
forces
one
are
orders
under
me
attack.
around. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Now, Frostborn. For the Lich King. Ah, at last. Fine. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. What is it now? Ah, at last.
You will know endless torment. Not enough mana.
This is more like it. Frostborn hunger. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. This is more like it. What is it now? No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostborn hungers. At last. Tread lightly. Frostborn
An
hungers.
allied hero has been killed.
Hello there.
No one orders me around. What is it now? Tread lightly. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. No one.
An allied hero has been killed.
Speak, fool. What is it now? Faithless coward. This is more like it. Tread lightly.
Double kill.
Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. What is it now? No one orders me around. This is more like it. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. What is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? This is more like it. Speak, fool. What is it now? Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. What is it now? Speak, fool. No one orders me around. At last. Finally. At last. Now. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers.
Our forces are under attack.
No one orders me around. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. What is it now?
An allied hero has been killed.
Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. What is it now? No one orders me around. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
You will know endless torment.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Speak, fool.
An allied hero has been
Frostmourne
killed.
hungers. Tread lightly. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. What is it now?
An allied hero has been
At
killed.
last. Tread lightly. Frostmourne hungers.
Your pain shall be legendary.
What is it now? At last. No one orders me around.
Our forces are
Tread
under
lightly.
attack.
Frostmourne hungers. Now. At last. No one orders me around. What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around.
Glory to the Scourge.
Tread lightly. For the Lich King. At last. Frostmourne hungers. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. What is it now? This is more like it. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Faithless coward.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. Speak, fool. Frostmourne hungers. No one. This is more like it. At
Our
last.
forces are under attack.
Finally.
Glory to the Scourge.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. What is it now? This. Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally. No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Finally.
Our forces are under attack. Hero has
At last. Speak, fool. Now. What is it now? Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. No one orders me around. What is it now? Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it.
Our forces are under attack. An allied hero has been
Frostborn hungers. For the Lich King.
double kill.
Speak, fool. For the Lich King.
Your pain shall be legendary.
At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. Tread lightly.
You will know endless war.
This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally.
An allied hero has been killed.
Now, Frostborn. This is more like it. What is it now? No one.
Your man is
What is it now? Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Frostborn hungers. At last. Fine. No one orders me around. At last. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. This is more like it. For the Lich King. Finally. What is it now? Tread lightly. No one orders me around. This is more like it. What is it now? Finally. No one orders me around. At last. What is it now? This is more like it. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Frost and allied heroes. What is it now? No one orders me around. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Tread
An
lightly.
allied hero has been killed.
At last. No one orders me around. Finally. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Hungers. No one orders me around.
An allied
Tread
hero has been
lightly.
killed.
This is more like it. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Finally. At last. This is more like
your man is
it. At last. This is more like it. At last.
your man.
What is it now? Finally. At last. Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Faceless coward. What is it now? For the Lich King. Finally. No one orders me around. At last. Finally. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers.
Glory to the scourge.
Double kill. Finally. Tread lightly. This is more like it. At last. Faithless coward.
Your man.
No one orders me around. Tread lightly. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Glory to the scourge. Finally. This is more like it. Faithless coward. For the Lich King. Finally. You will end this torment. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. This is more like it. What is it now? Ah, at last. Now, Frostborn. Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool. This is more like it. Tread lightly. What is it? Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. No one knows me. What is it now? No one knows me. Tread lightly. Ah, at last.
An allied
Speak,
hero has
fool.
been killed.
Frostborn hungers. This is This is more like it. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. What is it now? Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. Your pain shall be. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. What is it now? For the Lich King. Faithless. Tread lightly.
Our
No
forces
one
are
knows.
under attack.
This is more like it.
Your pain shall be.
What is it now? Others suffer. Faithless coward. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. No one orders me around. Finally. What is it now? This is
An
more
allied hero has been
Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Finally. Frostborn hungers. What is it now? Tread lightly. What is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. What is it now? No one orders me around. Speak. Fine. This is more like it. Ah, at last. This is more like it. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. What is it now? Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. Frostborn hungers. What is it now? Finally. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. What is it now? Finally. At last. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. Now, Frostborn. Finally. This is more like it. At last.
Our forces are under attack.
Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. Speak, fool. No one orders me around. What is it now? This is more like it. Frostborn hungers.
An allied hero has been
At
killed.
last.
Your pain shall be legendary. You will know endless war.
This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Tread lightly. Speak, fool. Finally.
Our
Frostborn
forces are under
hungers.
attack.
Finally. Glory to the scourge. At last. Double kill. This is more like it.
Triple kill!
Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. Glory to the scourge.
Ultra kill!
At last. Finally.
Your pain shall be legendary. Fake the scalp. Your pain shall be legendary. Fake the scalp.
Now. What is it now? No one orders me around. What is it now? Frostborn. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. At last. Frostborn.
An allied hero has been killed.
Tread lightly. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers.
An allied
No
hero
one
has been killed.
At
An
last.
allied hero has been
Tread
killed.
lightly. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Speak, fool. At last. Finally. For the Lich King. This is more like it. Glory to the scourge. What is it? No one.
Not enough mana.
Frostborn hungers. At last. Tread lightly.
An allied hero has been killed.
Speak, fool. What is it now? No one orders me around. Tread lightly. What is it now? No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally.
Your pain shall be legendary.
Tread lightly. This is more like it. At last. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Glory to the scourge. No one orders me. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Speak, fool. At last. What is it now? This is more like
An allied hero has been killed.
No one orders me. Finally. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. At last. This is more like it. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Speak, faithless coward. Now, Frostborn hungers. At last. Frostborn hungers. No one orders me around. You will be endless. What is it now? Speak, fool. What is it now? Tread lightly. At last. Faithless coward. Glory to the scourge. Finally. For the Lich King. At last. What is it now? This is... Finally. At last. This is more like... Glory to the scourge. Frostborn hunger. Your pain shall be legendary. For the Lich King. Faithless coward. Your pain shall be legendary. Finally. Now, Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. No one is around. Frostborn hungers. Finally. This is more like it. What is it now? Speak, fool.
Our
Tread
forces
lightly.
are under attack.
Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. For the Lich King.
Double kill.
Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Frostborn hungers. Finally. No one. This is more like it. You will be endless for it. Finally. Speak, fool. Faithless coward. This is more like it. Finally. Frostborn hungers. This is more like it. Glory to the scourge. At last. You will be endless for it.